Hello everyone, we got breaking news. Listen to this right here. A report from Arcane Research has shown that Do Kwon's Terraform Labs and large Luna whales dumped on retail right before UST collapsed. This is what they do, guys. They knew beforehand. It was inevitable, right? It was coming about. So, seems like they dumped on retail, which means what? The retail investors had to pay the price. Wow. If you go down here, pretends to be shocked, right? Come on, guys. The report was really good. Although, it's worth mentioning that the retail dumping happened over several months, not just right before. Isn't that interesting, huh, guys? This is why most of these cryptos, right? Most of these companies and whatnot are quite fishy, guys. Quite odd, to say the least. Now, on the SEC news side of things, listen to this from Digital Asset Investor. There will be grown SEC attorneys weeping on that phone call if she orders those emails released, right? We will never see those emails. Will we, guys, or will we not? That is the main question. Prediction: SEC will say what they already said and insist that it was personal opinion and an official position. NetBurn will order another in-camera review and July order that the SEC must turn over the documents, after which the SEC will file a second motion to reconsider or appeal. Now guys, we know after a few days there's going to be what is happening or what will take place with those emails, so be prepared. Hopefully the case starts to conclude here very soon. If you do go down here, this is my take. Good news. The emails are probably so bad that the case is over if they have to hand them over. Bad news. The SEC will do everything in its power to delay it as much as possible, using all tricks in the books without any shame. There we go, guys. Right? At the end of the day, we know this whole SEC case is just merely a show. Listen to this right here.
I spoke to lawyers, close to Ripple, and they seem to think that there could be, she might even come out with a verdict on, not a verdict for the case, obviously, but an opinion on whether those emails should be shown on Tuesday when she's heard from both parties. I think right now she probably knows what she wants to rule on, but she, wants to get clarification from the SEC, clarification from Ripple, and then she might make a decision then and there. She might not. We might still be waiting for her to make a few more decisions. So I think that is definitely a big thing to watch. That'll be.
Now, what is interesting is that it's all about these emails, right? The SEC is about to get exposed probably, so they'll try and do everything they can to stop that from happening. Now, extensions, this quote by Schwartz keeps repeating in my head. It seems more and more relevant if you consider the state of the world. CBDC are not going to usurp the role of universal settlement assets. You need a neutral asset going in between CBDC serving as a settlement asset across jurisdictions. Guys, look at this. Neutral asset. What do we talk about all this time? What is a neutral asset? It's XRP, right? There needs to be a link, a bridge between them all. Accepted by all because everyone accepts that they can't get the whole world to use an asset they control. So an asset nobody can control is better than one controlled by one of their geopolitical competitors. Bitcoin is sometimes pitched as an interoperability solution, and in the early days that almost seemed believable. But as we now have some 1,500 cryptocurrencies that don't interoperate and almost nothing non-crypto interoperates with Bitcoin, we have recreated a newer version of the same walled garden problem. Instead of building an internet based on compatibility, we built one network and required everyone to join that network. We're requiring too many sacrifices too quickly, right? XRP and the XRP ledger. Guys, we see the proof right there. Look at this right here. Trust the plan. Even Google knows. World Bridge Currency, XRP, right? The bridge. It all depends on this bridge, guys. The digital currency XRP acts as a bridge currency to other currencies. It does not discriminate between any fiat cryptocurrency, which makes it easy for any currency to be exchanged for another. Each currency on the ecosystem has its own gateway. This is how we know XRP is truly the one. But most people are just too ignorant, right? And stubborn to really see it. Now, I did tweet this out as well. Sneak peek number 2, plus 30 XRP giveaway. If you guys would like to participate, I will have the first link down in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and follow what it says in this tweet, right? And have a chance to win that many XRP. There will be more giveaways in the future, guys, as well. So stay tuned for that. Now, Stefanos Vidal, listen to this because this is a very, very, very interesting video. The market crash of 1929 and the Black Thursday. Worth seeing, paying attention to the timing, right? Listen to this.
In June, the New York Times index of stocks rose 52 points. In July, another 25. At sea and on land, everyone seemed to be making money. It was a stampede of buying. And major speculators like John Jacob Raskob whipped up the frenzy. He told readers of the Ladies' Home Journal that now everyone could be rich. The stock market hit its all-time high. On September 5th, economist Roger Babson gave a speech to a group of businessmen. Sooner or later, a crash is coming, and it may be terrific. He'd been saying the same thing for 2 years. But now, for some reason, investors were listening. The market took a severe dip. They called it the Babson break. The next day, prices stabilized. But several days later, they began to drift lower. Though investors had no way of knowing it, the collapse had already begun. On September 12th, prices dropped 10%. They dipped sharply again on the 20th. Stock markets around the world were falling too. As the market floundered, financial leaders were as optimistic as ever. More so. Just 5 days before the crash, Thomas Lamont, acting head of the highly conservative Morgan Bank, wrote a letter to President Hoover. The future appears brilliant. Our securities are the most desirable in the world. Charles Mitchell assured nervous investors that things have never been better. Monday, October 21st. Hoover, along with the political and financial leaders of the country, arrives in Dearborn, Michigan to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Edison's invention of the light bulb. The host is Henry Ford. The country is reminded that in 50 short years, men like Ford, Durant, and Edison had transformed America from a third-rate power into the industrial giant of the world. And while they celebrated, their world was beginning to fall apart.
The market opened in an absolutely free fall. An ugly crowd gathered outside the stock exchange, and it was described as making weird and threatening noises.
Wow, guys, very interesting to see the perspective, right, happening all the way back then. So this is why when the big one collapses, right, we're talking about the big one that's upcoming, it's going to be pretty bad. Never forget that we are on the right side of history. Right here, the WEF gave you all some hints of the chosen ones when they released their PDF a while back. Maybe a dozen chains will make it, in my opinion. Choose wisely. We see all this right here. And then XRP, right? XRPL. I don't know what Solana is doing there. XRP was the only one on there with a dedicated page. Every other project didn't. Fast forward today, Solana has proven time and time again that it's heavily centralized. A grand illusion to hide the real winner in plain sight. Exactly, guys. I was about to just say the same thing. They throw up a few other coins, so you really don't choose or really see XRP right there. That's really in plain sight. And then we do see Stellar as well, right? Again, we are on the right side of history, guys, 100%. Like Brad Garlinghouse did state. Quickly, let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index. We are right now at extreme fear, guys, 14. Are we really going to dump more and more and more? At this point, I have to believe that we do see a small rally to the upside before we fall even further below. Every time we were down here, look what happened, guys. You guys see how that could be a fake out. We came back down, right? But it does seem like we are definitely close to the bottom, to say the least. But anyways, that's all. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you guys please leave a like, so have some free to be around. Just amazing day, and guys, see ya.